I think we're ready. Close enough. Welcome back. I'm Christine Bay. This is 45 minutes of Tai Chi flow, balancing mind and body. Get up and move in whatever way feels right to you today. It's not about getting anything right. We're going to mix it up. I mix it up every week a little. Today we might mix up a few different family styles of Tai Chi, like a family reunion maybe this time of year. So if you like, bring your hands in low, one over the other. And pause and breathe. I've got my feet rooted under me, hip width apart, hip or shoulder width. If you want to have a chair handy, you can do this practice seated. We're also going to do 20 minutes of seated in a little bit. So you've got choices, either live or in the videos. Our Perks at Work options. So many choices. But for now, let's just focus and center on the one moment, the place we are at this moment in time. Focusing on the breath or anything you like. It can be perhaps the connection of your feet to the floor, or the hands to your lower abdomen, that lower dantian, power energy region. Feeling the breath gently move and flow. Let's let the hands flow along with it. Arms float out to your sides on the breath in, and drift on down. Turning to a pace that's a little slower, a little gentler. Nice mindful movements, an appropriate pause any time of day. First thing in the morning, a midday break. Whenever you need it, it's here for you. Let's circle the hands around in front. Breathing in and rounding out down the center, sinking our chi. Chi, QI is that energy or life force that moves through us. So we want to keep it flowing, and if it gets stuck or stagnant, especially in the cold weather or stressful times of year, this is a great practice to let that energy move and flow, restoring ourselves back to our factory settings maybe. Breathing in. And a nice exhale or sigh as you fold down your front. Let the hands rise, floating in front. And melt on down. Elbows first, wrists follow, fingers trail, and watch the fingers as they lower, bringing your chin down towards your chest. Feeling that lengthening, light stretch in the back of the neck, and then float back up. This time, tuck the chin a little, keeping some height and lift through the top of the head. And exhale and press forward. Watch the hands lower. Melting downward. And rising again. Breathing in on the way up. Depends on how fast you take these movements, how much you breathe. If you're going real slow, you can exhale as you turn your palms inward. And then breathe in again to bring the hands in. And then a nice slow breath out. Press forward and lower. But anytime you need to take another breath, if my pace is a little slow for you or not the same, please breathe. Keep on moving and breathing. Let's do one more of these. Let one hand rise, floating right here in front of you, gazing at the palm. The other one floating at your side, palm towards the earth. Unlocking the knees, creating a little space here. Let's move one hand, the upper hand, to the side, and I'm going to start out with just moving my eyes, so my head, my gaze, even out into the center of the room, watching the hand in my peripheral vision as it moves around me, and then bring it back to center. One hand rises, the other lowers, creating that sense of quiet focus. Moving the arm around you, whatever orbit or distance works, noticing it in your periphery, eyes wide open, scanning around you without moving your head. Now this time, as I lift the hand, switching, I'm going to turn the head and the arm simultaneously. And noticing how much more I can see all around me. Slowly float back to center, as if a thread was connecting the hand to the interlace, exchange that thread from one hand to the other. Maybe the index finger holds that thread now and it connects to your nose, and you're moving the head and hand out to the other side, feeling a light stretch without forcing it. It's up to you where it goes. Thinking 70% is a nice target. Palms cross, right back at center. Let's do one more. Easing out beyond your fingertips, all around you. Notice if anything else tightened up in the body, all the way down through the toes. Spiral back to center, palms cross. Tuning into your surroundings, feeling that connection. Clearing the mind, creating space for sensitive awareness. Let the hands float down and around you a little higher. Pull down the heavens. A couple more times. Shoulders melt as the hands rise. Breathing in and out. Clearing the mind, opening the heart, allowing that energy to flow up through the whole body, the legs, the spine, circulating freely, rejuvenating the whole body. Let's roll our shoulders, let your arms rest at your sides, and then circle lightly. And reverse. Sending a little loving kindness to any of those stiff spots, any place you hold tension. Let's sync our chi. One small circle right in front. Then lightly reach around to your back pocket to pull out a star, or maybe a meteor. You've got a Geminid meteor shower taking place. If you're in a dark night sky, it's a perfect time to look up into the sky. Look at that palm, or the back of hand actually, palm facing outward, the other palm diagonally down towards the earth. Let the lower hand rise, breathe in and lightly grasp onto the hand and watch those meteors shoot across the sky. Weight shifting over to this side to get a light stretch all the way up through the side of the body, into the hand and fingertips. Take it where you can breathe, and gently float back to center. Open out and around you. Watch that starlight sparkle as it enters the Earth's atmosphere. Let's circle back around the other direction. See what kind of space stuff you can find in your pocket and place it into the corner. Up, skyward, one palm up, the other down. Float there for a moment and then let the lower hand rise and connect and weight shift the other direction. Beautiful stretch. And float back to center. Breathe in as you open the hands out and around you, palms lightly pressing out. Wrists flexed and then release. Drift on down. Things get bunched up, you're allowed to move and adjust anytime you need to. It's not about being perfect. Let's do another pair of meteors. In that cold night sky, braving the weather, maybe watching your breath as it spirals warmth around you. Let's lift the lower hands, circle and connect, shift and reach lightly skyward. And return back to center. Hands open out and around you. And release. Last one. Expanding. Listening to the quiet, cold night air. Feeling that warmth radiate up through your body. And return back to center. Let's continue to hold onto that hand and take a small step out and spiral wherever it takes you. You can circle around, up overhead or behind. Gently weight shifting and moving through your range of motion. Starting small and allowing your body to give you that feedback of where it's right. Circle and breathe in and come back around to center. Step in, change hands. So I'm grasping onto the pinky and thumb side of the palm and circling around the other direction. Meteor shower of light all around you. Let's bring it back to center. Hands float down. Readjust if you need to, back to hip width apart. And sync your chi. The hands rise, floating here, right in front. Drifting a little, weight shifting. And then spiral. And press to one side. Weighted on that side as well. Everything's over here. The other toe taps. Step on back in, weight shift, and swirl. Head on over to the other side. Spiral the palms. And tap. Warming your hands maybe by a fire. Warm your toe up over there too. Don't get too close. Weight shifting, spiraling back and forth. Let's do one more. Energy rise. The side and the other toe taps. Feeling that warmth. And bring it back to center. Let your hands float down as we weight shift. And find your rooting footing in one leg and tap the other heel. The palms become your hands floating back, your counterbalance. Toe back, hands forward. Let's do one more on this side. Forward and breathing. Letting everything just kind of melt in the firelight. Step in, weight shift, take your time. Over to the other side, rooted. Heel tap. Feel the warmth behind you. And then cool things off. Don't get too close to that fire. Once more. And step on in. Bring your feet under you. Let's sync our chi. And as the hands come down, let them pause right here at the waist. If you want, you can widen your stance. It's up to you where you're taking. Let's spiral the hips. Weight shifting. Circling one way and then reverse. And then bring it back to center. Sink our chi. And curl the fingers inside your mittens or something warm there. So keep your fingers and thumbs connected and light. Weight shift to one foot and let the other toe float, finding some balance here. And if you want, use a chair or countertop or desk or something for balance. A wall. It's all good. Allowing that knee to float or tap the toe anytime you like. Now let's tap that toe in 5 directions. We're going to toe tap, and you can either have loose fists or you can hold on to something. Use your arms for balance. If you want to warm your hands right here by your fire, your lower dantian, you're welcome to do that too. I'm tapping in 5 directions. So here's the side, out back, corner, and straight back. My hands are cold today. I'm putting them in here. Take your time, weight shift. Adjusting your movements to whatever feels right to you is always appropriate. Let's float here for a moment, using something for balance if you want. Find your center, floating it one leg, waking up the knee, little toe tap or gentle movement to the foot, blowing in the breeze. Let's toe tap in 5 directions. Forward, corner, outside, corner, and straight back. Step back in. Beautiful. Let's give the hands, you can take them wherever you like. Give the hips another roll around. A little extra balance work today. Balance with a little B, keeping ourselves upright. Balance with a big B is, well, you know, balance in life. That's the hard one. And let's bring it back to center and sink our chi. Bring one hand over the other. And weight shift to one foot so you can tap and point the other one, heel and toe. And side to side. Bring it in and weight shift. Visualizing warmth radiating down the leg around the ankle, into each part of your foot, the heel, the ball, each little toe, side to side. And bring it on in and sink our chi. Let one hand float over your lower abdomen, lower dantian, and let the other one circle out and around you. Palm out, spiraling or circling across the sky. Summoning the sun, some warmth and radiant light, gliding around and out wherever you want to take it. Bring that hand in, bring that warmth in as well, and send the other out to absorb some of that light from the sun. low in the horizon this time of year, bright yet distant. Noticing how it casts beautiful shadows. As the hand glides down, let's send the other one up, and they both continue to spiral now. One palm forward, the other facing the earth. Bringing it in quite early on the day, on these short winter nights, or short winter days, long nights. We gotta enjoy the sun while we can. Let's bring it in closer. Sun style, waving hands like clouds right here with a movement from just inside your body, shoulder to shoulder, hip to hip. It's up to you whether you want to weight shift or not, or if you want to just feel that spiraling energy right around your waist and spine. It's small and internal. Powerful. Even when you can't see it, it's still there. I'm going to change gears and turn my upper palm inward, radiate some of that warmth towards me. As the palm goes by, I watch just over the top of the hand and then spiral and change. So my only difference here is a little hand positioning. And again, if you want to add or remove the weight shift and play with that movement. This is a yang style, waving hands like clouds. Let the elbows sink, the shoulders stay soft, the energy moving from the ground up, out into the hands and fingers. Spiraling back, and as things do, they will change continuously. I'm going to guide away now, turning my palm forward again, only leading with my forearm and letting the fingers trail behind. On the other hand, scoop and push away, lifting and spiraling and changing. This is Chen style now. Chen style, waving hands like clouds, hands spiral. The upper hand still leading the way, this time the forearm and the palm facing out. Lower hand scooping up, crossing and spiraling and changing, swirling and looping around me. Keep on breathing. Let's morph back to the sun. Lower hand, palm faces the earth. Upper hand, palm out, fingertips skyward. Small but bright, right there. Back to where we started. Sun style, waving hands like clouds. That brief time during the day, enjoying that sunlight. And then, much too soon, bring it back to center. The sun disappears. Hands lower. Down over the horizon. Let's sink our chi. Drift with me and let your body sway and the arms just flow along behind. Flowing in the gentle breeze. Hopefully it's gentle. Weight shifting and drifting side to side here. And then let's step to the corner and push forward and back. Relax the hands and wrists. And then sink the wrists, palms forward as you push. Weight shifting, adjusting so that your feet, knees are aligned and everything feels smooth as silk. Let's open the hands, circle, and scoop from the sea. Scoop low, look down, and cross the hands at the wrists. Weight shift and look up. And keep on rolling. Let's do one more like that. Scooping from the sea. Forward, rock back, front toe can pop up there. And then push forward. Now let's take this hand and circle it around. As I weight shift back, that same hand circles around. Back of the hand comes forward as I weight shift. The other hand goes back. For swimming dragon, one of many of our swimming dragons. So I'm spiraling and weight shifting, and I'm just kind of letting the hands go along for the ride. I'm spiraling the hands to wake up those channels that run down the arms and fingers, especially our heart and lung channels. So do this as slowly or as gently as you like, spiraling and swimming through the air, through the water, whatever you like. Swimming dragon. Weights back, and then it moves forward, bringing the hand and arm with it, and then the other comes around and gather back in. Back to center. Float and open. Spiral back. And then let the hands drift on down and step in. Find your footing under you and float for a moment. Let's take it over to the other side and push. Rolling back. Elbows sink. Keep it light. Once more. And then open the arms and scoop from the sea. Melt forward, look down. Cross the wrists and weight shift and look up. Letting your eyes adjust to perhaps the darkness of the night sky so that you can see all that's there above you and below. Let's do one more. And now let's spiral the hand. Weight shifting. Finding your flow there, and whatever way it works. Some weight shifting and the hand spirals and circle back. Swimming dragon. See if you can let the shoulders stay out of the equation. They always want to get going. They always want to rule things. It's coming from right here. So even as you come back in to remind yourself, you can bring that hand into the lower dantian and then feel it as it leads. The arm just follows along effortlessly, spiraling lightly through the mist, our dragon's breath, creating warmth. Fire breathing dragon would be appropriate this time. Cold weather. Having a friend that can provide heat on demand is always a good thing. Let's do one more round. Swimming dragon. Let's bring it back to center. Feet return under you. Let's sink our chi. Wiggle those toes. And feel that energy. We're going to cross the hands again, circling up. Instead of sinking the chi, we're going to cross the wrists and bring it down in center. It's kind of the opposite of dispersing the clouds. Dispersing the clouds crosses low and opens out and around you. But today we're going to reverse that and bring it in and around. Like we're going to sink our chi, but cross and weight shift. A little weight shift to one side. Breathe in and circle the hands. Float and weight shift to the other side. Like you're smoothing out the covers, maybe. You don't have to reach high. We're keeping it right here in front of our body. Open. Spiral and breathe in. If you want, weight's all here. You can tap this toe as you cross the wrists. They're connected. It's okay, you can tap. and step out. Find a small step out, and I'm, instead of tapping with the toe, which is what we usually do, going with the heel. So you'll notice it might be a smaller step if you lead with the heel. Then once you're rooted, weight shift, smooth things out. Now tap the other toe in. Connect and cross. Find your footing. Heel, whole foot, weight shift and smooth it out. Cross. And weight shift. Things get a little wobbly, roll with it. Like a smooth crystal, not quite yet frozen lake, still and quiet like a mirror. Nothing going on the surface, and yet there's probably a lot going on deep underneath. Tap. You can take this to the corner if you want. Play with the footwork. Tap in. Or you can take it a little to the back. It's up to you. You've got choices. Wherever it is, it's not far. It's just a little freeform, flowing movement, exploring. I'm going to go maybe to this little corner right here. So I'm stepping out with the heel, smoothing things out, and then let's spiral that dragon, swimming again. Weight shifting. Letting the arms stay light, little miniature dragon arms, tiny little spiraling movement. And let's bring this hand in, make a loose fist, and punch straight forward. Punch with covered fist. Let's try that again. Circle, open your hands. Little dragon spiral. A 1, 2. This hand glides in, the back hand, or back foot hand, and then it punches. The other hand just comes in right here to your ribs. Punch with covered fist. Let's do one more on this side. Spiral, keep on breathing. Weight shifts back. Glide your hand in, make a fist, and send it forward up through the leg, out into the fist. A light punch. Release and open the hands. Step in, circle out and around, cross, and tap. Step out to the other side, corner, wherever you like, and let's spiral and roll with that dragon, swimming around. Keep on breathing. Take a look around you, eyes wide open. And then as the hand of that back foot comes in, make a fist. It's right here. You can't even see it because I'm hiding it with the other hand. Punch. Right there to the corner. Release. Circle around. Swimming dragon. 1, 2. Bring it in. And give me a light punch. Up from the earth. Out into the fist. And one more punch. One more swim. Circle around. And a punch. Release. Step in. Circle the hands, cross. We're going to go back and forth. So play with it. See where you want to take it. Smooth out the covers once. Circle. Spiral that energy. Make your fist. Punch. Punch lightly. Release. Step back in. Circle. Breathe in. Weight shift. Take it to the other side. Find your footing with the heel if you like. Smooth things out. Circle and swim. Make a fist. And give it a punch. Beautiful. That's Chen style. Punch with covered fist. Let's bring it back to center. And sync our chi. Well done. Returning where we began. And let the hands float up. Breathe in, open, out lightly. Let's circle and hold the moon. The new moon, can't find it. Let's look for it again. I'm sure it's out there. See if you can Feel its energy, even though it's not maybe visible. One hand over the other. Float there for a moment. And then cross. So we're crossing the wrists, taking one hand up, weight shifting to that side, tapping the other toe. White crane opens its wings. Step back in, spiral back like you're rolling past the moon, cross and open the other. One wing high, one down at your hip. Empty foot taps, and step back in. You can be a white crane, you can be a beautiful eagle, you can be a great blue heron, or maybe an owl. You choose your avian spirit, or maybe a raven. Step back in. Open your wings, float there for a moment. Weight's all on this one leg. Let's dip down. Top hand dives down, needle at the bottom of the sea. Dip down, look down, and then weight stays right where it is. Float up. If I turn to the side, you can see I'm not weight shifting forward. I'm keeping the weight here, sinking and taking it wherever it goes. It might be here, or there, and rise up. Using the low hand for support, chair works. Let's do one more. Kneel at the bottom of the sea. Breathe in, float up, open your wings, step back in, spiral and cross, and take it to the other side. Crane opens its wings, and then sink. Weight's all on this leg now. The other front toe is empty, and dip down. Breathe in and rise. Wings open, needle at the bottom of the sea. Listen to your body. Where can you take it and still breathe? Try not to look up at me. It's tempting. You can look at the first one, but then once you go for that dive, take a look down, keeping a nice neutral spine, relaxed neck and head. Rise back up. Float there for a moment with your wings open, and then step on in. Let's take it back to the other side. One white crane. Dip down, one needle at the bottom of the sea. Float back up. Open your wings. Find yourself perched there. Stay there for just a moment. And let's bring this empty front foot up with the lower hand. Hands glide past each other for golden rooster, or pheasant, or goose, or whatever animal you'd like stands on one leg. Tap the toe. Open your wings. Find your balance. Make sure you've got some nice stability through that one leg. One hand rises and brings the knee up for a toe tap or a float. Golden rooster. White crane. And one more. Beautiful. Tap the toe, open your wings, and then step on back in. Circle and cross. And open your wings. Feels like I'm far away. I'm going to step up a little closer. Let's do one needle at the bottom of the sea. It stays on the back leg. Look down. Breathe in. Rise up. Now let's let that hand, lower hand, bring the knee up. Golden rooster. Stands on one leg. Tap and open your wings. Exhale. Breathe in. Do one more rooster. And load in your perch. Step back in. Spiral and roll. Let's do that set. One of each. So white crane once. One needle at the bottom of the sea. Dip down, look down. Rise back up. Open your wings. One rooster, one golden pheasant. And then tap and open your wings. Step back in, weight shift, spiral over moon, cross the wrists, open your wings on this side. Dip down, one needle at the bottom of the sea. Rise back up. Find yourself centered. Golden rooster stands on one leg. Beautiful. Tap down. And ta-da, bring it back to center. Let's step in and let your hands float, returning back to your center. Feet squarely under you. Let's sync our chi. A little yang style sequence, although some of these things overlap. Let the hands float up overhead. A little stretch. Really stretch and reach skyward. Looking for that moon up there if you want. If you found that moon's energy and you want to give it a little tilt to one side, see if you can find it. Open up your palms facing each other, turning on your radar, your chi sensors, your fingertips like antennas skyward. A little light tilt, tilting the moon one side and then the other. Taking it where it feels energizing and light. And then bring it back to center and let's descend the mountain. Weight shifting and letting your arms glide back and forth, side to side. Floating back up to center, breathing in. A little reach. Even rising up onto the balls of your feet if you want to. All the way to the top of the mountain, and then let's come down the other side, slowly, gently gliding back and forth. Returning safely, gently, right back to center. Let's sync our chi. Hands lower back in front. Let's circle the palms right there in front of you, feeling that energy from the moon or the sun. Beautiful connectedness. The rhythms of nature, night and day. Seasons. Pointing the fingertips skyward, open and close, breathing in and out at your own pace. Feeling that energy radiate through you, restoring your body from head to toe. Relax, sink and lower, and gather up and around, up overhead, pulling down the heavens. And the energy smoothly flow, rising from the earth up through the heart and gathering it in, breathing in. Exhale and release anything you don't need. Returning once more. Let that energy rise to the heart. Feel that warmth, if you like, for as long as you like. Right there at the heart center. And then let's extend a little of that warm light out to each other. Opening the heart, creating those connections. Family, both of our choosing, as well as inherited. Let's center again, feet returning, hands back to your lower dantian. And that radiant energy. Warmth is there whenever you need it. Return to your breath and find your flow. Sending you peace, love, and chi.